Good evening, HCI Associates. It's quite late in the evening here, but new video, and you see me wearing a mask and look at my background. I am actually at the HCI offices. Today's my first day back at work, and it's been 11 weeks since we moved out. So it feels kind of strange, especially the commute and just how quiet the office is. But I thought I would talk to you about what my day was like and what it reminded me of. So when I first got here, I thought, let me reflect on how things were 11 weeks ago compared to where they are now. And a little light bulb went off in my head, which actually gave me a lot of hope. And it's the following. 11 weeks ago, we sent everybody home because the virus was spreading and we didn't have a cure, we didn't have a vaccine, we didn't know what the fatality rates were like, and there was genuine cause for concern. And the events of the subsequent weeks have pretty much borne that out. The death rate has escalated tremendously, both here in Florida and also in the country. I mean, we've got over 106,000 people that have passed away from this virus throughout the US. But along the way, something interesting has happened. We are 11 weeks in, and we still don't have a vaccine, we still don't have a cure. However, the death toll and the rate of new infections are now starting to fall and have been falling fairly consistently here in Florida. And he said, what made that happen? And so obviously it's only one thing. It was because 11 weeks ago, and we started practicing social distancing and social responsibility. That's basically what the lockdown was. And it worked, because otherwise the death rate would still be high and climbing. The only thing that has kept that in check has been social distancing and social responsibility. Now, people look at that and go, oh, so how much are things better? I think that is fantastic, because we now know that doing that actually works. And we also now know that the fatality rate isn't as high as we thought it was. This is not Ebola, this is COVID-19. And there are parts of the population that are more at risk, and we should take extra precautions for those people for their safety. But there are other parts of the population where the risk seems minimal. But even there, we should take caution. But what occurs to me is we take those cautions, we can hold this virus back, and we can continue with our lives. And I'm really, energized by that, because otherwise, if we didn't have any of this, life was basically going to be in lockdown for the next 18 months. So compared to that, the fact I can come to the office, can wander around for a couple of days a week, is so much better. And I know I can keep doing that as long as the virus stays in check. And now we know how to keep it in check, which is through social responsibility and social distancing. This is why everybody should wear one of these when you're in public, etc. We keep this in check, we can get our life as close back to normal as we could. If we don't, the virus will start escalating again, and the death toll will follow shortly thereafter. But unlike the last time, and this is where the hope comes in, we know exactly what to do if the numbers start ticking up again. We go back into lockdown, and everybody goes home and stays there. So that at least means that this time around, should there be an uptick, we know what actions to take, and very quickly thereafter, very quickly, immediately. So knowing that, I feel much more confident, optimistic that I want to come back to the office. And the reason I want to come back is because I want to get my life as reasonably close back to normal pre-COVID-19 that it was. It's never going to be the same. I'm still not really going to restaurants yet or anything else. But I know if I stay in the right places, take the right precautions and masks and stuff, I should be okay. And equally well, I know as a company, if HCI sees any uptick in the local community in the spread of the virus, we'll go back and do what we were doing for the last 11 weeks, which is lockdown. But absent that, I'm willing to sort of take baby steps to return my life to normal. And I'm hoping some of you feel the same way. In fact, I know some of you do, because more and more people will be coming back to the office as time goes on. But it's a it's a time for hope. We know how to beat COVID-19 at this point. It may not be in the way we would like it to be, which, just get an injection and you're done, but we do have a way to defeat it, right? We just got to stay vigilant, stay optimistic, and just continue to live life to the fullest extent we can, with precautions, not recklessly, but with precautions. And if we do that, I think we can have a better second half of 2020 than the first half of 2020 has been. But with that, I look forward to seeing all of you in the office as you start coming back. And meanwhile, and keep in mind, my words about safety and everything else still apply. So those of you with conditions which require you to take a little bit extra precautions, please stay at home. But everybody else, we should take the experiment. Look forward to seeing you all back at the office. Thank you and take care.